you can count on.
The impeachment trial of President Donald Trump set to unfold in the next hour. The gavel will drop as the president attends a summit in Switzerland. What he is saying today about the historic trial and what is expected to happen on day one. That's ahead. First, though, a destructive drive. Police say a driver lost control of a car and slammed through the front of a convenience store in Carrick. And the driver did not stick around. He sped away.
Yeah, police are still looking for him. And Channel 11's Mike Holden first followed this story as it was breaking during our morning newscast. He joins us live with why surveillance video may not necessarily help catch this suspect. Mike?
Gordon and Peggy, good afternoon to you. Kind of a tricky situation, but big changes over the last 3.5 hours or so. Look right here behind me, right over my shoulder. You'll notice the damaged portion of this Unimart has now been boarded up. The entire morning, while this investigation was playing out, the store actually still stayed open with customers stepping over the glass. However, we mentioned that big problem. Pittsburgh police say with the way that Mercedes-Benz crashed into the storefront, the license plate was not visible. So the driver took off, and they are still trying to track him down as we go live on air. I do want to show you this video, though. The store clerk told Channel 11 it sounded like a bomb went off when a Mercedes-Benz crashed through the Carrick Unimart. And when you walked inside the Brownsville Road store, it looked that way, too. Shattered glass and debris were scattered everywhere. A piece of the wall rested sideways on the floor, along with snacks and chips tossed right off the shelves. The store clerk says it went down around 3:30 this morning while waiting on a customer. He says a person driving a black Benz apparently lost control and crashed through the front door. The driver then got out of his car, casually checked out the damage, and then drove off. It sent the clerk and customer ducking for safety. Customers told us they couldn't believe it.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, I just thought that was kind of wild right there. Just to, you know, have no concern for our store, just only his car.
Okay, here's the positive news. Despite this entire situation, no one was hurt. We were asking the store clerk if this was suspicious, if the guy intentionally tried to ram the door to try to get the ATM out. He said that was not the case. It appeared to be accidental. In the meantime, Pittsburgh police are still working this case. We're trying to get additional surveillance footage from nearby stores and other places in this area. Of course, we're going to follow this story throughout the course of this day, so look for the latest for Channel 11 News starting at 5 o'clock tonight. Reporting live this afternoon in Carrick, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
Thanks. A witness helps us set the scene of a fierce fire in Elizabeth. You can see flames and thick black smoke. Channel 11's Michelle Chavez learned that firefighters were worried about more than just that house. She joins us live. Michelle?
That's right, fire crews are wrapping up now, and they tell us this was a vacant home. So their biggest concern wasn't the house itself. It was actually what was right above it. You can see those power lines, and they were worried those power lines could get engulfed in flames and end in a big disaster.
It could have been a near catastrophe because we'd end up probably shutting the whole grid down to the whole valley.
You can see the fire engulfing that vacant house. Firefighters tell us they had been working since just after 7 in the morning. And when they first got there, the main hydrant wasn't working. They suspect it was because of the cold temperatures possibly freezing it up. They had to bring in tankers to supply their water and got the fire taken care of. Police tell us this home has been vacant for at least 5 years, if not longer. They also tell us neighbors claim to have seen someone coming in and out of the house over the past few days, but didn't call police about it. Now crews say they'll need to go into the structure to start the investigation into what caused the fire. They did point out, though, that the structure is unsafe, so they'll be boarding it up to make sure nobody else enters the home. For now, reporting live in Elizabeth, Michelle Chavez, Channel 11 News.
A crisis team is in place to talk with students in the Mount Pleasant area school district after students there were hurt in a crash. The Trib learned 4 people were flown to Pittsburgh hospitals after last night's crash on Clay Pike Road in Mount Pleasant. This is as close as we could get to the scene. It's unclear how many of the victims are students in the Mount Pleasant school district. The superintendent released a statement that says, in part, our entire community prays together for the full recovery of everyone involved.
New details at noon on a police scene overnight in Wilkinsburg. Police say a woman ran over someone during a fight over a parking spot. We first told you about this incident on Holmes Street on Channel 11 Morning News. Police say Tracy Shiflett was mad that someone parked in what she called her spot. She's accused of physically fighting with the victim and then running over the victim's mother when she tried to break up the fight. Police say the mother was pinned between two cars and has very serious injuries. We're told the victim was parked in illegal on-street space. Temperatures will stay below freezing today again with a big jump in temperatures over the next 24 hours.
Meteorologist Danielle Dozier has her forecast for us in Severe Weather Center 11. Danielle?
I'm sure a lot of us are happy about a little bit of a warm-up coming in the forecast, guys. It's been below freezing now for quite some time, a couple of days actually, and our temperatures out there right now still below freezing. 22 in Pittsburgh, 23 in Indiana, 26 in Butler. So it is one of those days. Once again, temperatures today will be running below average. Average is 36. Winds right now anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour with the exception of Beaver, a little bit less at 3, but that puts the wind chill down in the teens across the bulk of the area, with it feeling like 13 in Pittsburgh and in Greensburg, 19 in Butler, and it feels like in Beaver right now is just 25. So Storm Tracker Doppler 11 radar, you're noticing a little bit of gray show up here and there on the radar map, and that's because the radar's detecting a few flurries. So those pesky little flurries have been showing up this morning. We can't entirely rule those out for the day today, although we'll have otherwise more clouds than sun. You may see that sun peeking through at times this afternoon. Coming up, I'm going to let you know when we finally do climb above freezing, which is right around the corner, and a look at our next chance for rain and snow.
A robbery ended with a teenager being shot. State police are taking the lead on the case out of Aliquippa. They tell us the 15-year-old was with a friend when he was shot along Linn-Mar Terrace Monday afternoon. The trial got underway today for a man accused of breaking into a home in Ross Township. Police say a 13-year-old girl hid in a closet and called 911. Police say Maurice Shields and a second man didn't know the girl was in the house. They say Shields and Tyler Morton tried to run from police, but officers tracked them down. Shields was stopped in the Z-Trip cab that he had called to get away, and officers found Morton hiding under the deck. Morton, shown here on the right, pleaded guilty and was sentenced to probation back in September.
Witch hunt that's been going on for years, and it's disgraceful.
President Donald Trump can't escape questions about his impeachment trial. He's in Switzerland right now for the World Economic Summit as the trial gets underway after months of anticipation. NBC's Jay Gray has more on the political crossfire.
As the historic trial opens, day one will likely set the tone. Democrats frustrated and promising a fight over the rules of the proceedings put forward by Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell.
This is not a process for a fair trial. This is the process for a rigged trial. This is the process if you do not want the American people to see the evidence.
The resolution limits each side's opening arguments to 24 hours over 2 days from afternoon possibly through early morning, then requires a separate vote to include evidence collected by the House impeachment inquiry.
And we will have some votes to try and undo the most egregious things that McConnell has done in this resolution.
The president's legal team, in a 200-page filing, calls the impeachment a brazenly political act, urging senators to speedily reject the articles.
You need criminal-type behavior akin to treason and bribery. Abuse of power doesn't fit any of those criteria.
When I spoke at this forum 2 years ago,
at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, President Trump dismissed the proceedings.
It's the witch hunt that's been going on for years, and it's disgraceful.
Oral arguments could begin Wednesday afternoon. Jay Gray, NBC News, Washington.
And while lawmakers debate whether President Trump violated his oath of office, a majority of Americans believe that he should be removed. According to a new CNN poll, 51% of those surveyed said the Senate should vote to convict and remove the president. 45% of the people were against conviction and removal. And about 70% say the trial should include testimony from witnesses who did not testify in the House impeachment inquiry.
A Lawrence County woman will be charged after she was shot by police in Slippery Rock. We first followed this story on Copper Road as it was breaking yesterday at noon. Police say the woman was outside a house walking down the street with a gun. They say she wouldn't put the gun down when ordered to, and they had to open fire. She is expected to survive. A New Kensington man is in jail accused of attacking and threatening a police officer. Police tell us Nicholas Jack started a fight inside our bar in Apollo around closing time this morning. When an officer approached him, he swung at that officer. Jack ran out of the bar. Police chased him. That's when police say he threatened to kill the officers and tried to spit in their faces. Police tell us that Jack also tried to break out of the police cruiser. He's now facing a long list of charges, including aggravated assault on a police officer.
A boil water advisory remains in effect for 2,000 customers in Pittsburgh's West End after 2 water main breaks. There was one break Sunday night on West Carson Street near Steuben Street, and then another just a few blocks away at the intersection of Poplar and Tabor Streets. Dozens of neighbors contacted Channel 11 to say they had no water service. We told you yesterday West Carson Street was shut down for repairs. For information on where you can find water buffaloes, you can check out this story on our WPXI News app.
Pittsburgh City Council issued an emergency payment for that downtown sinkhole. $88,000 has been paid to the crane company that pulled the Port Authority bus out of the hole on 10th Street. That was back at the end of October. 10th Street remains closed indefinitely. A family forced out into the cold after flames take over their home. How a neighbor helped firefighters deal with another challenge.
He says, "Baby in," and he points to the vent. Where's the vent at?
She looked away for a moment and her kids went silent. The rush to rescue her little boy from a heating vent.
And I'm going to let you know when we're finally going to get that warm up and our next chance for needing those umbrellas, that rain and that snow coming on.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for original local shows. Check out the intense, action-packed world of esports. Top plays and interviews on Esports Weekly, Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. on WPXI.
She's an 18-year-old girl. She got a settlement. You saw a little money. You wanted a big red truck.
Like Judge Judy.
Shiny, shiny, shiny red truck.
Judge Judy, weekdays at 4 and 4:30 on Channel 11. Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist, Stephen Cropper, tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
The Red Cross is helping a family after fire tore through their home in Bellevue. 20 fire departments were called to Orchard Avenue last night because of how cold it was. Firefighters rotated out regularly and made sure to stay hydrated. Crews also had to put salt down to keep the roads from freezing. Even the neighbors pitched in. One of them grabbed a heater to help first responders stay warm.
I mean, he's devastated right now. It's just, you know, something you don't expect. You don't think it's going to happen to you.
The homeowner was working out in his garage when a neighbor spotted flames. The cause of the blaze remains under investigation.
Several agencies are now investigating an explosion and fire at a Westmoreland County business. The fire marshal is looking into the cause of the fire, as well as OSHA and fleet services executives from out of state. We've now learned that members of the East Huntington Township Volunteer Fire Company toured the plant a few years ago to get themselves familiar with the building in case they ever had to respond to it.
We had a good layout of knowing what was in it, the layout of the building. We had an idea of everything in there, what they did, how they did things, so we're fortunate on that end.
3 workers were burned. 2 of them remain in the hospital.
An Oregon family learns a safety lesson the hard way. A mother says she turned her head for just a minute when her 10-month-old fell down a heating vent.
Pretty scary situation. The baby is okay, but the mom is now sharing the terrifying account as a reminder to parents to think of even the smallest safety hazards.
I've never felt fear quite like that.
Sadie Reedy recalls the panic she felt when she went to wash dishes for a few minutes and noticed her 2 sons were eerily quiet. 10-month-old Colson was nowhere to be found, but 3-year-old Jackson gave a hint.
He says, "Baby in," and he points to the vent. Where's the vent at? That one.
Reedy says the family had been doing construction on their house and hadn't screwed down the screen on the vent. The mom immediately called police when she realized Colson may have fell down in it.
I'm pretty sure dispatch thought I was crazy because I was freaking and, you know, screaming.
The police chief says they were all quite alarmed by the call.
That's a call that we haven't had before, so I mean, they troubleshot it real quick and figured out they got to, you know, remove some flooring to get to the baby.
Officers sprung into action, entering through a tiny crawl space under the house. The officer was able to lift the baby up through the vent, where others were ready to grab him.
She was elated. She was just so happy because it was pretty stressful for her.
I've never felt so relieved. I'm pretty sure I was bawling.
Reedy posted her experience online to warn other parents of the dangers of older heating vents.
I think we screwed that vent down immediately after the police left.
Good thing he's okay. Just that few minutes of silence and the mom knew something was wrong. Aside from a few scratches, the baby is fine.
What a story. Some University of Alabama students had some scary moments on Sunday. Their charter bus caught fire on the way back from New Orleans. The bus driver ran over something, and that sparked the fire. The driver pulled over, got everyone off the bus before the flames took over. No one was hurt. A hero dog is on the hunt for surviving wildlife in Australia. Smudge is a rescue dog trained to follow the scent of koalas. He's just one of many being deployed to Australia's Blue Mountains. That's where Smudge is sniffing out koalas who may have survived the recent bushfires that have devastated the area.
The canopy can be really dense and you just can't see them by looking. So in some areas you can just do a visual transect, walk along, look up and count koalas. You can't do that in this area. So we've trialled a lot of different survey methods, and the most effective by far is using detection dogs.
Researchers supported by San Diego Zoo Global are helping with the rescue efforts.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Good afternoon. We're taking a look at these temperatures across the nation because I wanted to let you know just how bad it is everywhere else. It's 22 in Pittsburgh, 8 in Des Moines, Iowa, and even down in the 50s in Tampa. Florida, really cold, and really when you look at Florida this time of year and see that, that's when you know you have an Arctic air mass that is just really moving from north to south all the way across the nation here today. So again, bitter cold afternoon for us. The temperature will stay below freezing, so if you are heading out, you know the drill, the layers, the hats, the gloves. 28 degrees. We'll have occasional flurries falling out of some of those darker clouds out there, but some sunshine looks to peek through at times. Winds 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the west-northwest. As far as tonight goes, temperatures will be in the lower 20s through 6 and 8 p.m., falling down into the teens through midnight, 18 at 2 o'clock in the morning. The low temperature tonight back down into the middle teens with 16 degrees officially here in Pittsburgh under a partly cloudy sky. The winds will stay calm, so not much of a wind chill factor out the door tomorrow morning. As far as the rest of the area tonight, look at that in Butler, about 10 degrees, 13 in Indiana, 14 in Greensburg, and 11 in Washington. Again, these are the air temperatures, not the wind chills. Tomorrow afternoon, plenty of sunshine, I think, throughout the area. We're going to have 17 at 8 o'clock, freezing at the lunch hour, and 37 by 5, the daytime high near 38. So with that sunshine, you'll need the sunglasses, but you'll still need those big coats. Good news is we are finally climbing above freezing, so that is nice to see there. Here's a look at the rest of the high temperatures across the area for tomorrow. Low 40s down in Washington, Beaver 38, Butler 35, and Indiana 39 degrees. And as we look ahead to another weather system coming in for the weekend, it's going to be a couple of low pressure systems that are going to be moving in from the west, and this one kind of lifting in from the south, and all of this moisture is going to be headed our direction. The unfortunate thing for all of you snow lovers out there is it will be mixed with rain yet again. We can't seem to shake these weather systems that bring in the warm air out ahead of the moisture, so that's going to be leading to rain as soon as Friday night, and then eventually changing over to a rain-snow mix by Saturday morning, the way it looks right now. And then Saturday throughout the day, it'll be snow mixed with rain at times, again, as these low-pressure systems move across the area. Something we are going to be tracking in the days ahead, and coming up in the next half hour, we'll take a closer look as well at the actual timing. I'm going to have our storm tracker maps for the weekend. Here's a look at the 5-day forecast. After we get past Wednesday, Thursday will be 48 with a partly sunny sky. Lows are coming up as well. Instead of the highs being in the 20s, the lows will be in the 20s. 47 on Friday with showers in the evening, as I mentioned, and then your weekend, watching this closely with rain and snow Saturday and snow showers on Sunday.
A father comes out of the stands and attacks a high school wrestler. The reason police say he charged at the athlete.
It could be the difference between life or death.
A girl rescued from icy water. Why there was no ambulance to take her to the hospital.
News is happening in your neighborhood. Channel 11 News is there.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, and Butler. We cover news everywhere you live, not just downtown. We're in Aliquippa, Coriopolis, and Moon.
Bringing you stories that impact your town. That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
More local news from more neighborhoods. That's a fact. We're in Bethel Park, South Park, and Mount Lebanon. When you want news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
Forecast, now on your screen all the time on Channel 11 News.
A teenage girl was pulled from an icy lake, but there was no ambulance available to take her to the hospital. The girl fell through the ice on McKelvey Lake in Youngstown yesterday. She was up to her chest in the frigid water when firefighters arrived.
You could just tell she was unable to move. Cold was already taken take it to her. She was kind of posturing up, like trying to stay warm.
The teen was pulled from the water after 15 minutes. She's being treated for hypothermia and frostbite. No word yet on why an ambulance was not available. The fire captain used a personal van to drive her to the hospital.
A North Carolina father caught on video tackling a student. It happened during a wrestling match. You can see parents rushing in to break up the fight. Police say the man charged at the student who was wrestling his son. The man is now charged with assault and disorderly conduct. The student was not hurt.
Hundreds of guns off the streets after a Pittsburgh church buys them back.
I got God in my life now, no need for it.
Why the event was stopped in less than an hour.
And we'll take an hour-by-hour look at this storm tracker map of when that rain and snow will move in this weekend.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for original local shows. Complete the most popular home improvement projects, including the kitchen sink, yourself. Watch Ron Hazelton's House Calls, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. on WPXI.
Covers weather everywhere you live.
And we have the experience to get it right. We know the unique weather patterns across our neighborhood.
It's why it can be snowing in Beaver County,
while it's dry in Westmoreland County.
Weather coverage you can count on.
Watch Channel 11 News at 6.
Followed by NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
This weekend.
Meteorologist Danielle Dozier tracking the changes for us in Severe Weather Center 11.
Yeah, so I promised to look at that hour-by-hour forecast for the weekend, guys. And right now it looks like as we head out the door Friday evening, that's when this rain will start to be spreading in and will eventually change over to a rain-snow mix. So this is 7 p.m. I think the timing for now for Pittsburgh will be later than this, but you can see Greene County, parts of Washington County there with that rain moving in around that point, and then that rain will gradually lift in from the south. Here's 2:30 in the morning. The air starts to turn colder, so we're seeing that rain and that snow mix. That's the purple shaded color across the area. And then Saturday morning, here's 8:30. Purple would indicate rain, snow mix, rain in spots as well, snow in spots. So it's going to be yet another tricky system where we get this warm layer just above the surface to where everything that's falling is melting before reaching the ground. And so that's why we see this rain snow mix continuing into the afternoon. That's 2:30, and then the air will eventually turn cold enough by Saturday night to where it's majority snow once again across the area, and that trend will continue into the morning on Sunday. But still, a lot can change. It is several days out, but that's the timing we have for now off of our extended range models, and we'll certainly keep you updated on how everything unfolds. Guys.
Thank you. So many people turned in guns at an event in Homewood yesterday. Holy Cross Episcopal Church ran out of money to buy the guns back in less than an hour. The event held in response to a shooting outside the church in November that killed 2 people. Church leaders hoped for a good turnout, but weren't expecting the response they got. People could bring in their guns in exchange for quick cash, no questions asked. The church gave out $100 up to $100, depending on the type of weapon.
It changed your whole world. It changed everything around you. Your people, your friends, your family.
Because of the high turnout, the church is planning to host another gun buyback soon, and leaders say they just need more donations to make that possible.
A big rig hauling juice caught fire on I-70 in Washington County. You can still see some smoke coming from the trailer early this morning. The trucker was in the cab of the truck waiting for a tow truck. No one was hurt. Shattered glass, pieces of metal, and debris still litter a Lawrence County neighborhood. It's all from an explosion that rocked this Newcastle community for several days. Police say this was no accident, though.
We are going to wrap up our coverage right now on WPXI, but you can watch the rest of our news program streaming on the WPXI app.
NBC's coverage of the impeachment trial of President Donald Trump starts right now.
Continuing our news now, there is a new important focus on women's postpartum health, and that time period is being called the 4th trimester. Channel 11 news anchor Lisa Sylvester has the warning from a local mother who almost died after giving birth.
And people on the bus go up and down. Ready?
Halvi Tawari enjoys playing with her nearly 2-year-old son, Abir.
And the wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish.
But moments like this almost never existed.
I was very close to dying.
She thought lower back pain was related to giving birth, but then she came down with a 105-degree fever.
So I just kept thinking, you know, maybe it's normal, it'll get better, it'll get better. I kept telling myself it'll get better. It never got better. In fact, it got much worse suddenly.
Halvi collapsed and was rushed to the hospital 5 days after Abir's birth. She had an E. coli infection, which spread to her bloodstream.
I was in the hospital for 4 to 5 days. Oh, wow. And it took me around 2 months to recover after that.
She says she had a normal pregnancy and felt ready for her son.
I read so many books about childcare, and I was very prepared up until the point that I delivered. And after that, I felt completely unprepared because I had not read any book on how to take care of myself and what to do with myself.
Time following birth is called the 4th trimester, and it is just as important as pregnancy.
When we leave the hospital, you know, you're given instructions about the baby. You're given instructions about how to feed them, you know, latching and, you know, everything about breastfeeding. But there are very little instructions about the mom. Like, when am I going to feel more like myself?
That's why UPMC has a new focus with maternal wellness and the 4th trimester, with an event planned on January 23rd.
A recent pregnancy is important for a woman's health, that there are complications that can occur after pregnancy, and to make patients, society, and providers aware of that.
UPMC will be handing out these purple bracelets to new moms as a reminder about their recent life change, and the goal is to educate more people about complication warning signs.
Hugely important part of someone's history. And of course, they remember they just had a baby, but they may not necessarily connect their recent birth to the complaint they're going to their doctor or to the ER with.
While Palvi is healthy now, she has one piece of advice for new moms that she wishes she would have known.
Listen to your body. You know, I mean, we love our kids and it's very important to take care of them, but really if you are not well, you won't do justice to taking care of your child. Mama.
And the doctor says that family members should focus on both mom and baby after birth and encourages new moms to see their primary care doctor.
It looks like an old school building in Springdale will be torn down. Allegheny Valley School Board is looking for someone to demolish Colfax Elementary. It could cost the district more than $1 million. The board hopes to demolish the building before the start of the next school year. A report out today shows food recalls are up 65% over the past 6 years. Our Jacqueline Fell has more on the push to make our food safer.
An analysis of food recalls last year suggests there's a gap between regulatory agencies that may contribute to the number of contaminated food still making their way into our kitchens. That's according to the second annual How Safe is Our Food report issued by the Public Interest Research Group, or PIRG. In that report, analysts looked at a chicken strip recall and ongoing warnings concerning romaine lettuce. Recalls for produce and processed food have fallen 34% since 2016. However, recalls for meat and poultry have increased slightly since then and are up 65% since 2013.
The bottom line is that consumers shouldn't have to worry that the next piece of meat that they bite into might make them sick or have a piece of metal or something in it.
PIRG says the Food Safety Modernization Act is helping the Food and Drug Administration keep produce and processed foods safe. The group suggests the U.S. Department of Agriculture should implement the same common sense protections when it comes to meat and poultry. According to the CDC, 48 million Americans experience some sort of foodborne illness each year. In Washington, Jacqueline Fell, Channel 11 News.
The number of people known to have been infected with the coronavirus has jumped to nearly 300, with new cases reported in China's capital and other Asian countries. Airports in the U.S. continue to screen passengers. NBC's Janice Mackey-Freyer reports from China.
Most of the nearly 300 confirmed cases are at hospitals here in Wuhan, considered ground zero for this mysterious virus. But there are also cases showing up in other cities like Beijing and Shanghai, as well as other countries, including Thailand, South Korea, Japan, and Taiwan. The concern, of course, is how to stop it from spreading. A prominent Chinese scientist overnight confirmed that it can be transmitted between people, and in one case, one person infected 14 healthcare workers. So there is a scramble here to try to contain this at what's the busiest time of the year for travel in China. There are literally hundreds of millions of people who are on the move right now for the Lunar New Year. The World Health Organization will hold an emergency meeting on Wednesday to determine whether this outbreak is now an international public health emergency. Janice Mackey-Freyer, NBC News, Wuhan, China.
First there was cash, then credit cards. How Amazon plans to let you pay for the things with the palm of your hand.
This is Channel 11 News 11 at 11.
11 at 11 starts with team coverage of this breaking story.
Accurate details.
Tonight we're talking to parents who have major concerns.
Experienced coverage.
We just got this new information.
Trusted weather source.
I'm tracking a strong storm picking up speed.
All in the first 11 minutes of our newscast. Dependable coverage of breaking news.
That truck came barreling down the hill straight into the home.
Tracking storms to prepare you for tomorrow. Count on Channel 11 News 11 at 11. happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
It looks like you will still have to get an emissions test on your car. The State House has dropped a proposed exemption. The bill would have exempted cars less than 8 years old from the inspection. The plan now is to conduct a study on different model years to ensure clean air and public health. The bill was part of a package aimed at altering the state emissions program. The entire package failed in the House. Researchers at Penn State want to burn our forests. They say controlled, low-intensity burns can actually make things better. And burning the land helps promote new growth of desired species. It controls invasive plants and can stop the spread of Lyme-carrying ticks. The General Assembly passed the Prescribed Burning Act in 2009. Researchers say most landowners aren't aware of the benefits.
A popular restaurant is leaving the Strip District. Gaucho Paria Argentina is moving to a larger space downtown. The plan is to move into the old Six-Pen Kitchen in the Cultural District later this year. If you've been to the restaurant, you know there are always long lines at the door because of the popularity and small space. Gaucho's general manager told the Trib the larger space will allow more customers and possibly new menu items. An exact open date has not been decided. Amazon wants you to turn your hand into a credit card. Reports say the company is developing checkout terminals that could allow shoppers to link their card information to their hands so they can pay for purchases with just their palms. Amazon plans to pitch the technology to coffee shops, fast food restaurants, and other retailers that do a lot of repeat business. It goes hand in hand with plans to expand Amazon Go stores, which already allow shoppers to buy without cashiers or checkout, as well as utilize its voice payment service called Amazon Pay.
11 investigates the best and worst airlines, how the shock of incidents like this is wearing off when it comes to customer service.
And we have this stretch of dry weather, a little bit of snow this weekend. I'm going to update you on where we stand for our snowfall to date. Stick around.
You're streaming WPXI Now, your source for original local shows, Steelers, Penguins, Pirates, and more. The hottest Pittsburgh sports topics with even hotter opinions. Halftime adjustments. Wednesday nights at 7:30 on WPXI.
keeps you prepared.
The most extensive school closings, always scrolling. Snow totals where you live.
And live conditions on the roads you travel. Plus urgent updates from the breaking news desk.
Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
Nobody can read between the lines like Judge Judy.
New numbers are out from the Department of Transportation ranking the airlines, Southwest, American, and Delta are the top major carriers flying out of Pittsburgh International. And as 11 Investigates' Angie Moreski shows us, some definitely fared better than others.
First up, every traveler's nightmare, the dreaded canceled flight. According to the numbers, the airline that did worst last year when it came to canceled flights, American Airlines, with just over 2.5% of its flights canceled through November. American was followed by Southwest for most canceled flights, then United. The winner for best airline when it comes to fewest canceled flights, Delta, with fewer than 1% of its flights canceled last year. Getting there on time also very important when you travel, so take note of these carriers. Worst for on-time arrivals was Frontier, with about 27%, just over a quarter of its flights arriving late. Frontier was followed by JetBlue, then United. The best airline when it came to on time was Delta, once again with just about 16% of its flights arriving late. When it comes to the all-important cost of your ticket, Delta was the most expensive, with an average price of about $390 a ticket, then United and American. For most affordable, Spirit comes in number one with an average ticket price under $100 at about $98 a ticket. Frontier was about $105 a ticket, followed by Allegiant at about $136 a ticket.
Oh my God!
Finally, remember this, a passenger being dragged off a United flight in 2017 after he was bumped and refused to leave. After all the bad publicity, the numbers for passengers being involuntarily denied boarding hit record lows in 2018. But unfortunately, those numbers are starting to creep back up again, more than doubling last year, with 27 per every million passengers bumped in 2019. The worst for bumping passengers last year was, again, American Airlines, while Delta had the fewest bumped passengers, followed by United.
And it should be mentioned that a lot of those American and Southwest flights were impacted by the grounding of the Boeing 737 MAX planes. Meanwhile, we have a lot more information for you on this. You can find out how airlines did with baggage and the checkout, and you can check out the entire report on our app, so you can check that out.
A supermarket chain is shutting down a store in Fayette County. Vacant is closing its store at the Laurel Valley Mall on Route 119. The company says it's stepping back from the big store approach for something more localized. They still have stores in Connellsville and Dunbar. Westmoreland Cleanways has shut down their recycling center in Unity Township. The Trib has learned this is part of a pending move to a new location. The company hopes to reopen sometime next month. The new facility will expand inside storage space from 3,400 square feet to 22,000 square feet.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
All right, we're taking a look at those temperatures out there right now, which are in the low to middle 20s across the area. It's 23 in Indiana and in Greensburg, 25 up in Beaver. Today, we're looking at a high of 28, so we are going to be checking in below freezing again. It's been a couple of days where we've stayed below freezing, and we had the potential, starting even over the weekend, of about 80 consecutive hours or so below freezing, so that's still on par. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We do look to make a comeback above the freezing mark as we head into the afternoon tomorrow. As for the rest of the day, occasional flurries are possible. Otherwise, more clouds than sun, but I still think we'll have that sun kind of poking out here and there. Tonight's going to be another cold one for us, with lows back down into the teens. Here in Pittsburgh, about 16 under a partly cloudy sky and a calm wind, so there shouldn't be too big of a wind chill factor when you head out the door tomorrow morning with those calm winds. It's still going to be downright cold, though, with 14 in Greensburg, 14 in Beaver. Keep in mind the temperature should be around 21 for this time of the year, so definitely going to be below average, with 16 in Uniontown and 15 degrees down in Morgantown. Here's the high for tomorrow, 38. You can break back out the sunglasses, as we'll have more sun than clouds tomorrow with a light southerly wind. Again, the wind chill shouldn't be too bad. I'll show you that map here in just a second. As we get past Wednesday, we do have more clouds building back in for Thursday, and then especially Friday as we track that bigger weather system I told you about. In the meantime, it's high pressure that's keeping us on the cold side, locking in the cold across the nation, and you can see see our forecast wind chills for the morning tomorrow. Here's 4:30. Those wind chills will still be down in the teens, very close to the actual air temperature. And then as the numbers rise in the afternoon, we will be looking at a steady climb in the wind chill values as well. So you're noticing here at noon, it's going to feel like the mid-20s out there. And then, of course, those air temperatures will be climbing into the upper 30s, so those wind chill values will as well. You'll need the coats, though. Here's a look at our January snowfall to date. Wanted to update you on this. We've seen 3.3 inches of snow so far. We are below average by 4 inches still, with the average checking in at 7.3 inches. So if you were hoping for more snow, you're a snow lover, we do have more on the way. And if you are just now joining us, we're going to take a look at another wintry system coming in for the weekend. So this is another look at our low pressure system that's going to be bringing in quite the amount of moisture yet again. The unfortunate part about it, the way it looks right now, is we are going to have warm air invade as well. So it looks like it's going to be a rain-snow mix once again for the area as temperatures climb into the upper 40s through the end of the week. Here's Friday at 7 p.m. Showers will be moving through West Virginia, coming up toward Morgantown, Waynesburg, as well into the Washington County area. And then as we continue with that moisture lifting north into the overnight, here's 2:30 on Saturday. Notice that air is turning colder, so we start to see more purple and white shaded color, which does represent where it's going to be that rain-snow mix. That rain-snow mix does look to continue out the door Saturday. This is a look at 8:30 in the morning. A lot of purple still showing up, and that purple color will be lingering around the map as that rain-snow mix continues into the afternoon. The air will turn colder, though, by Saturday night, and that'll switch everything back over to snow. It is several days out, so we could trend warmer, could trend colder. I'll keep you updated on how everything unfolds. 48 Thursday, 47 Friday, your weekend always in view. 42 Saturday. We'll fall to about freezing Saturday night into Sunday, and because of that, the colder air moving in, looks like any leftover moisture would be in the form of snow showers on Sunday.
We take our phones everywhere, and that opens us up to all kinds of risks. Consumer advisor Clark Howard has some simple steps that we can take to protect our privacy.
These things we carry with us are so great. Our cell phones do so many different things for us. They're the most incredible Swiss Army knife there ever was, in that they do seemingly unlimited functions. But as part of that, our privacy is on the line. And you may or may not know this, but your phone can be spying on you all the time. You might expect where you go search or anything like that, but you're on a phone call and you're talking, your phone could be listening. It's all about the permissions that you give when you load apps on your phone, or you use Siri on an iPhone, or you use Google on an Android. So if you want to protect your privacy, there are certain steps you can take now that are pretty easy. When you give app permissions, be very careful what you say yes to, like the microphone always being on, always knowing where you are, and things like that. And with Siri and with Google, don't have the mic always on. Manually select those rather than giving them permission to listen to everything all the time. I'm Clark Howard.
And you can see more from Clark Howard on our streaming app. Just search for WPXI on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.
A historic Pittsburgh home is up for sale. It's known for some of its high-profile guests. How much you'll have to offer to make it your home. Thanks for joining us. I'm Gordon Lesh.
And I'm Catherine Amenta.
At Channel 11 Morning News, we help you prepare for the day ahead.
Definitely the heavy rain gear today with temperatures.
Heavier delays for the inbound morning commute.
We expanded our breaking news team to better cover news happening right now and give you new information throughout the morning.
Let's get right to Jennifer Tomazik live at the breaking news desk.
A huge impact on the area. In fact, we just found out.
Don't miss anything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News. We're on from 4.
Channel 11 News.
A mansion at Shadyside, known for hosting U.S. presidents, is now on the market. The Trib has learned the Betty Mansion on Ellsworth Avenue is up for sale. I've driven by this place many times. The mansion hosted some lavish parties, hosting 7 presidents, including William Taft and Calvin Coolidge, and even Princess Grace of Monaco. The home was built in 1900. It is going for $2.5 million.
Leaders in Greensburg want to show off everything that makes it fantastic. City Council hired the Downtown Greensburg Project last year to help market the city. The group organizes events and helps promote businesses. They're collecting ideas about what people want to see in their community. There's an online survey and several public focus groups. We put the time and locations on our WPXI News app.
Well, you don't expect to run into this big guy in a hotel unless maybe you're in Sri Lanka. This wild elephant, captured roaming the halls of the Jetwing Yala Hotel. That hotel is close to a wildlife sanctuary. There he goes, right through the lobby there. He's checking in. The woman who posted this video says elephants are culturally important in Sri Lanka and are often seen on the roads and apparently in buildings.